There it is. Is it there? What do you know? What do you say? Oh, wait. Come back. Come back. Hey there. Radio 1 Guy.
Hey, that one guy. What you got there?
Whoa, 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 whoa. Hey, everyone. Oh, look at me. Look at me playing it cool. Look at me playing it cool like I got it all together. When in fact, my mind, it's all over the place. Oh! Oh, it's a mess. I'll be okay. Not looking for sympathy, just a little bit maybe. It's been a little stressful. I'm bad at this part. I was trying to tell you guys before. This is the part that's hard. This is the part that's hard. All right, we've been over this and over this. Option 6 automatically launches the Restream chat aggregation bot device, bringing us closer together, bringing us all as one. Bringing us closer together, all is one. Radio 1 Guy, we got lots of fun. Bring in the gnar, straight from the vague.
Bringing the gnar from the vague.
And transmitting from the butt noggin.
Radio 1 Guy, transmitting straight from the butt noggin.
Radio 1 Guy, oh, transmitting straight from the butt noggin. That's my promise to you. If I fail to deliver on other things that I talk about, it's not because I don't mean it. It's not that I don't wanna. It's not that I don't have the best intentions. But I can't live in a house built on good intentions, Marge. You guys know that, right? You guys know that, right? You guys know that, right? Whoa! You guys know that, right? You guys know what I'm talking about? We know. You guys know? Okay. Looks like we're on the same page. That's good. That's better. That's beta. For real, though. Good afternoon. Good evening. Happy Thursday. Wait, Thursday? Monday, Tuesday, Tuesdays, 6 days, 5 first days, Thursday, yes, Thursday. I got it right. I got it. Moon, yes. It's right here. I forgot to save the color. I found a real pretty color on a Monday. Hi, everybody. Good to see you all. Let me scroll back really quick. Lily's first saying, yay. Yay. Chris Thomas says, hello, y'all. Jamie Nielsen, hey. Shannon Brown, yoo-hoo. Everyone's saying yay. Look at all these yays. Jerry Narcia, That one sound effects guy. I mean, I'm more than just a sound effects guy, aren't I? I mean, aren't I? I think I got a little bit more to offer than just that. Or, maybe, I don't. Nah. Okay, there we go. Oh, look at that. Okay, we're all in the chat. Okay, good. That means I can quit. I quit the apps once I launch them because it automatically aggregates. You know what I mean. Oh, you know what I'm gonna do? Let me lean on the transitions a little bit. I didn't map that displacement for nothing. Ooh, look at her. There we go. That's a little more pleasing to the eyes and the ears. Radio1Guy. ASMR for the ears and the eye.
Hey, that one guy, what you got there?
Fresh slabs.
Fresh slabs.
It's as advertised, you know. All right. Can I get a call to Cthulhu, please? Asks Steven. Yes, you can. This is how we call. This is how we all call to Cthulhu. It looks and sounds like this. Ow! Like that? When you talk to Cthulhu, ask him what he thought. I thought that was kind of nice of us to call out to him like that. For real, though. So nice to see us all. BJ Pcat saying, sorry I'm late. We've been waiting for yous. And I feel like I launched the aggregation device just in time, just before you joined us. So I'd say our timing is perfect.
I'm over here now.
Our timing is perfect. Our latency is even better. Radio1Guy. Don't stress. Don't get upset as. Thursday mud pies. Lily, thank you. That's a deep cut. That's a deep cut fresh slab.
Fresh slabs. Dig it out. Dig it in.
Where's my deep cuts button? Oh,
Deep cuts.
there it is.
Radio. Sad guy. Deep cuts. Deep cuts.
All right, that's a good one. That's a good one. Actually, my friend, the great Corey Maccabee, he used to quote that song back to me. He'd say, "Oh, thank you, Shannon. Thank you very, very, very much." Corey used to say, "You know what? I was sitting on a mud pie just for fun." Oh, he's good. He's good. Even though it's my line. It's my line. Movie night this Saturday. Rabbit, thank you. Thank you for the reminders. Yeah, let's do movie night. That was a gas. I enjoyed the heck out of that. I hadn't seen Brazil in a long time, and it got me thinking about it more. I used to do this. Got me thinking about it more. Yeah. Call out to Cthulhu. Yeah, it was inspiring. Got me back on my Terry Gilliams. Spirited Away. That was the winner, Rabbit. Oh, good. Perfect. Because That's kind of what I'm trying to do. That's kind of what I'm trying to do in my real life. I want to be that. I'm just off into a weird dream world, so I don't have to try to figure out my SR22 permit. Long story, y'all. Suppose we tell it? I suppose we tell it. Jim from Mars says there's a loop? I don't know. Maybe. Yeah, there's always a loop. I mean, some of it is linear. Some of it goes from A to B to infinity.
Times infinity.
What was that? Oh. Uh-oh. Radio1Guy. What's he doing? Oh, you gotta be kidding me. All right. My Logitech froze up for no reason. I gotta get rid of that camera. I mean, I gotta buy a new one. Don't use. All right, let's see if I can fix it. There. Oh, good. It fixed itself. Machines don't fix themselves. Now machines don't fix themselves now. Oh, it fixed itself. Machines don't fix themselves. He said machines fix themselves. Machines don't fix themselves. It did, though. Shannon! You don't gotta do that. You don't gotta give me your last buck. Hold on to it. Do something. Do something with it. I can give it back if you want. You don't gotta do that, but I sure do appreciate the sentiment. I really do. Thank you, Shannon. I appreciate the sentiment. Sentiment. Get it? Like that? See? See what I did? See what I did there? I appreciate all the sediment. This is pretty sediment right here. This is a sand sculpture. Sediment sculpture. Thank you, Shannon, for real. Darn it, don't be... Believe me. Big Vivens! Investing in coffee and Bitcoin. Third wave, single origin. Naturally processed.
Third wave,
single origin.
Naturally processed.
Third wave,
V6 single origin. Third wave.
Naturally processed. Whoops. Hey, wait a minute. Get the joke or the gist.
I was over there. Now I'm over here. That's a professional.
Oh, bring it back in. Gonna bring it back in there. Who's that? Who's that in the distance? Who's that on the horizon? Jim says, I already did it. Is he saying I should do it again? I know. That's kind of the issue I'm having over here. Dave, flip! Just map it. I know. No, you know what it is? And I have this issue. The minute I do the thing that I've been trying to do, it turns out that I'm also supposed to do another thing after that. I can't just bask in the glory of the thing I just did, even though that's all I want to do. Just bask in the glory of the thing I just did. And then he says that it's not enough, apparently.
Do it! Just do it! Don't let your dreams be dreams. Yesterday, they said tomorrow. So just do it! Make your dreams come true! Just do it! Do it!
Sorry. Sorry. So how come it works only sometimes? I guess I'll figure that out later. Brown Sugar. Rollin' One Rocker says, "Hey, Brown Sugar, what makes you taste so good?" I hear you, friend. R.I.P. the great Charlie Watts, ladies and gentlemen. Oy Gavalt. Charlie Watts, also known as the old guy in the Rolling Stones, since the 70s. You know what I mean? I remember when I was a little kid even, he had the gray hair and he was just so cool. Such a swag, such a laid-back groove. Didn't want to seem to hit the hi-hat and the snare at the same time. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know, because of that, I think he had a nice sort of pocket, deep behind the beat pocket. I don't know what the Rolling Stones are supposed to do now. I do believe, this is something I've been thinking a lot about lately, quite a lot, is that how irreplaceable, it's funny when you think about band members, and I'm not trying to get over dramatic here, but how absolutely, if you're talking about a truly great band, and for a band to be truly great, every part, every piece of the puzzle has to fit. Every piston in the engine has to fire. Every part of the piece of the puzzle of the piston of the engine has to fit fire. You know what I mean? And I don't know, I've been thinking about that a lot, where a couple different bands of the greats. Of course, we're still talking about Charlie Watts. I won't stray from him, because we should remember our guy a little bit here. But I want to bring up drummers, great. I'm like, why am I going like this? Great drummers in history and in the present and in the future. Dave Grohl. No. It wasn't Dave Grohl that said this. Josh, the guy from the Queens of the Stone Age. I heard a really wonderful interview with him, and he said he was talking to Hunt Sales, a great drummer, who said to him, and then he was saying to the interviewer, good drum, so if you have a good band, a really great band, you have a good drummer, you have a great band. Amazing drummer, classic band. You know what I'm saying? So you get a Robert Plant, you get a John Paul Jones, you get a James Page. You need a John Bonham. Imagine Led Zeppelin. Imagine how great they would have been without John Bonham. But they wouldn't have been classic and incredible without John Bonham. That's my point. And so I was thinking, and then let's swing it back around to Lollapalooza. Remember that? All the footage of the great Limp Bizkit. And it's all original members, except they didn't seem to have their dude. They don't have their guy anymore. And the funny thing is, I was never the biggest, back in the day, I was never the biggest Bizkits fan. I didn't think, I thought of the new metal genre. I thought they were kind of late to the party, and I was more into the, the Rages and the Machines. I mean, they weren't even new metal, but they were of the era. And they inspired that stuff. And then the Korns, and I thought everyone that came kind of post-Korn was a little on the derivative side. That's just me. But then I couldn't help but notice how hard Limp Bizkit rocked at Lollapalooza from the footage I was watching. It looked so cool. And they sounded good. They sounded great. They had a laid-back energy, a laid-back Gen X energy, which I thought was kind of neat. But they were missing something. They were missing dude. It just wasn't the same. And back then, I wasn't thinking, oh, that guy's an amazing drummer. That never really crossed my mind. I just thought, these guys have a sound. But without the guy, I couldn't hear it. I couldn't feel it. It didn't sound authentic. And then that brings us back to, I can't believe I'm comparing the Rolling Stones to the Limp Bizkits, but I have a point with all this. Charlie Watts has such a distinctive, specific style. His drums have such a distinctive, specific timbre. He's kind of a jazz-based dude. If you look at his little 4-piece Gretsch kit or what was it? I'm sorry, drummers. Am I saying it wrong? I know it's a small, little old-school Slingerland, Gretsch, Rogers, something. Correct me, somebody. Drummers, pipe in. What was Charlie Watts' signature kit? I know it was a small, old drum set. I know he never changed his heads ever. I know he had the same cymbals. He didn't hit very hard. I don't think he hits the cymbals that hard. He just has such a perfect light, perfect touch. Very finessey. And when you have a finessey drummer, you have a finessey band? Do you guys agree? I bet you do. Here it is. And so, moving on to other finessey drummers, like John Bonham, who hit very, very hard. Very, very heavy-handed guy. Our Bonzo. And, heavy-handed, but very finessey. I remember when we would jam in the garage, me and my friends in high school, one part of the repertoire you had to learn was Rock and Roll by Led Zeppelin, and the drummers would always go, or no, they'd go, my right hand's the hi-hat, left hand snare drum. That's not backwards, I hope. Every drummer would play it like that. It always sounded so dumb to me. And then I remember the first time I heard John Bonham do it, he went, I couldn't believe what I was watching. He was holding traditional grip, I think, and he was going, ghost notes, all ghost notes on the snare, and then accents, like it was Gene Krupa or Louis Bellson or something, like it was some jazz music. You know what I'm getting at. You know what I'm saying. So there's that.
Radio.
Okay, back to the home.
Sad guy.
So what was I going to say? There was something else I was getting to with drummers. Okay, Charlie Watts, John Bonham. Okay, and then okay. Here's an interesting one too, which got me thinking about this topic. Irreplaceable, absolutely irreplaceable band members. It'll never be the same. You know, even the Stones, they lost their original cat on the bass, Bill Wyman. I can't remember why. I think he had that problem that a lot of these guys have when they he had crippling amounts of riches. He had too much money, and he decided he didn't want to tour anymore. He's like, I can't physically tour anymore. I have too much money. I just want to sit around and just enjoy my life. It's like, oh, can you blame the dude? So he left the band, and unfortunately, him and Charlie Watts, that was a real rhythm section. And of course, when I was a younger bass player, I wouldn't have thought much of his bass playing. I wouldn't have thought much of Charlie Watts' drummer. Charlie Watts' drummers. Rolling Stones' drummers, Charlie Watts. I would watch him. I go, who's the old guy going? Why is he play like that? And the bass player's next to him going, whatever. And then I started realizing, wow, those are why it's really, besides Keith Richards and Mick Jagger and the other dude, it really is the reason why these songs are so incredible and timeless and beautiful and perfect. Is those two dudes. And when Bill Wyman left the band, the original bass player of Rage Against the Machine, Rolling Stones, sorry, it was one of those. It was never the same, and let me tell you something, the Rolling Stones got one of the greatest bass players that even walks the planet Earth, the great Daryl Jones, ladies and gentlemen. who I saw play with the Herbie Hancock back in '88. I was there, Greek Theater, Berkeley, summer 1988. I was there in the summer. It was like fall, but you get the gist. Spring? Can't remember. Somebody. Who was with me? Chris Sundin, Kevin Gregory, Raouf. We all went. Anyway. Daryl Jones. There's just nobody more qualified, nobody with a deeper pocket, nobody with a deeper groove than that cat. Whoopsie. Sorry, I just made me think of something. And so they got him into the Rolling Stones, and he plays the crud out of those songs, plays the heck out of them. They sound wonderful, but it's just not the same. I'm sure Charlie Watts was having a blast all those years playing with Daryl Jones, and I bet you Daryl Jones enjoyed playing with Charlie because he's not your typical jazz fusion guy. He's just deep, little pocket. And so, you never went to Lollapalooza? What? I went to the first one or second one. I can't remember. But I was gonna say. I was going to say, irreplaceable, but let me just finish this thought. Because I was thinking about this. I was thinking about Rage Against the Machine. That's why I said that. That's why I got them confused with that other band that starts with an R. Three Doors Down? No, the Rolling Stones. And what was I saying? Shoot. I lost my train of thought. Rage Against the Machine. So, here's another one. So, Rage Against the Machine. I always liked them. I never loved them, but I really liked them. I always thought they were a really great band. I found myself listening to the records and going, yeah, okay, yeah. It's passionate rap, rock. And, yeah, okay. That's fine. And then more recently, I saw an amazing tutorial with Tom Morello, the phenomenal guitar player, and of course, the tonal acrobatics that he does, and the very interesting take, and all the stuff, the DJ stuff that he does on his guitar. That's all fine and good. That's all wonderful. Whoops. That's all fine and good and wonderful, but I completely had overlooked what he was really doing, which is insanely amazing, phenomenal, dare I say. He was talking about his favorite guitar players, and what he's really doing is an old James Brown. I can't remember that guy's name that played with James Brown. The guy that went we're gonna have a funky good time. Sorry. You know what I'm talking about? That guy. Geez, what am I doing? and I was like, wow, he's like, And then, of course, Hendrix, like definitely a Jimi Hendrix thing. But it's not kind of a Zeppelin thing. It's not a nu metal thing at all, what he's doing. He's not tuned down. He's tuned up. He plays a Telecaster a lot. He plays kind of high. And he actually leaves all the bottom end kind of wide open for the bass player and the drummer. And the bass player and the drummer are very interesting. So I always thought, yeah, he's a really good bass player. Yeah, he's a really good drummer. That's what I would always think. And then I thought, and then I actually heard this amazing interview with the bass player. And he was talking about how when they first got together, they were just kind of like buddies, him and, well, actually, I guess it was the drummer. Sorry, it was the drummer, Brad Wilk, who was talking about him and Tom Morello had known each other, and they had gotten together. And then the bass player was a guy that knew a guy, and he came in, and it just clicked. And then they played with another guy, nothing worked. They played with the guy, totally worked. And he knew Zach, the rapper. And then this is to wrap up my point. And when I would think about Zach as a rapper, I think, is he the greatest rapper that's ever lived? And I would think, I wouldn't say so, not necessarily. And but then if you listen to their band right now that they have, Prophets of Rage, with the greatest rappers that ever lived, Chuck D, Be Real from Cypress Hill, and who's the other guy? I'm missing somebody important. And it ain't that good. That's like no big deal. Like the Rage Against the Machine guys sound like whatevs, and the rapping sounds like whatever. It just doesn't have that. You know what I'm talking about. The Rage Against the Machine thing. And he was saying that when they recorded their first album, they got all nervous when they'd push the record button. They call it red light fever. When you push the record button, you're like, I can't do it. I have that. And so what they did is they had their friends come over to the studio and they just played, and they did that whole record pretty much in like a day. And that record's amazing. It's perfect. It couldn't possibly be any better. So that's another example of do you like Rage Against the Machine? If you ask me that, I would say, yeah, they're good. I like them. They're good. Whatever. They're not my favorite band, but they're kind of the greatest band ever in the history of the world. Just because when you think about all the guys and the parts and the things, and that takes us back to the Rolling Stones. Are they your favorite band? No, they're not. Are they the greatest band in the history of the world? They kind of are. And then so I know what you're asking me next. You're saying it sounds like there's a lot of greatest bands in the history of the world, and you'd be right. They are. And it gets me thinking, of course, to our friend that we lost last year, Neil Peart. It's not last year, it was the year before. Jeez, a lot of time's been flying by. He is, needless to say, completely irreplaceable for Rush. And that's beyond, of course, his phenomenal drumming. It almost has more to do. It has more to do with his lyrical sort of sensibility. He writes all the lyrics for the band, and then, of course, musically speaking, not just drum chops, but when he's playing those songs, he wrote all those lyrics that Geddy Lee is singing. So he's very, very much orchestrating and orchestrates as he plays. And that's the argument I would have with my anti-Rush friends, because they'd say, they just play a lot of, there's no soul, they just play a lot, they overplay, it's wanking music. And I say, it isn't. Every note is meant to be there. Neil Peart especially, if you listen to his big crazy fills, they always lead into these big huge moments where Geddy Lee says, what you say about society, you know what I mean? No, I mean? And so you go back to the Stones, it's all that same thing. You got everybody is irreplaceable and supports this thing. Like, go listen to a Mick Jagger solo record. You're not gonna, right? Am I right? Go listen to the Keith Richards solo record. There's actually some nice cuts. There's a few deep cuts on there.
Deep cuts.
But on the whole, whatever. It ain't Brown Sugar. It ain't Honky Tonk Woman. It ain't It ain't Jumpin' Jack Flash. You know what I mean? And then of course Led Zeppelin, like the minute we lost John Bonham, that was definitely, they just knew it's definitely over. There's just no way they could get it. They could get a drummer. They could probably get a drummer that's better. You know what I mean? But it's just, no one's gonna care, because it will never be the thing. You know, the Limp Bizkit, it's not the same without the dude. I think Korn's not the same without that other guy, even though the guy they got now is better, and in some ways has been in the band longer than the original guy, but you still can't go, you know what I mean? It's just a thing. It's a knack. It's a swag. It's a finesse. Whoop! What happened? What? Oh! That's right. Sorry. I was talking about different heavy cats in different parts of the sorry. That's what I was trying to do. Because you know, when you're playing, when me and my friends would play Rock and Roll by Led Zeppelin, mostly they would go cap. Oh, right. Uh-oh. You serious? How come that's not? That sucks. It's not supposed to do that. Something's muted. Man, that sucks. Cap. And John Bonham would go. It was all finessey. It was all finessey like that. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, where do I go from here? Where do we go from here? Oh, anyway, what was I gonna say? Oh, there's some. Let's think of more examples of this. I'm just trying to think of some of my most favoriteest bands with irreplaceable members. So you know, Nirvana's a good example. I thought of Dave Grohl earlier because when he joined the band, he is such a. I think drummers that are phenomenal, heavy-hitting, heavy groove, finesse, good taste. Dave, flip. Can't imagine that one guy without that one guy. There may be exceptions to this rule. I mean, you know, pretty much get a guy with the hat. You know, get a guy with a beard. Teach him
Rainbows on demand.
Teach him a few magic tricks. And I mean, we're pretty much anyone can do it, dude.
Bringing the gnar from the vague.
You know, issue him a magic pipe and 2 hats. Ooh, you know what I mean? Teach him a little bit about MIDI mapping. I mean, anybody can do it.
Magic Pipe-O-Matics.
Pump him full of third wave single origin naturally processed V60 coffee.
V60 third wave single origin.
He's bound to do something. I mean, it doesn't have to be perfect. And if he doesn't know, just say, just go waka on that thing.
Magic Pipe-O-Matic. Bringing the gnar. Bringing the gnar from the vague.
You know what I'm saying. You know what I'm getting at. But for real, I know. I got 2 hats. Plot twist. You don't know about the 2 hats? That's kind of in the last, I don't know, few years. That's sort of become our trademark. Kinda. It was meant to do something else. It was meant to do something else. The 2 hats. I had big plans. I have big plans for so many things. Oh, and I have such trouble finishing things. It's one of those things.
Finish it. Finish it. Finish it.
Yeah, I just can't do it. I try. The last 2 days I've been banging my head against the wall of this project idea I got. And I can't wait to show you guys. Like, I can't wait to do it. And I can't wait to show you guys. And what I really need is probably a Dave Grohl behind me going, because then it'll inspire. You know, when that is one of the things I miss about being in a band is you all kind of inspire each other when you're with your homies. And you know, you schedule band practice and then you show up on time because, you know, your dudes are waiting for you, and you're a little late because you're always late. And they're like, we have other things going on in our lives besides you, dude. And you're like, I know, me too. I'm sorry, I was stuck in traffic. But damn it. You get the gist. Yeah, but you'd show up on time, you'd have band practice, and you'd inspire each other. You know, you'd be like, you'd show up kind of tired, being like, I kind of don't feel like playing music today, or maybe ever again. You know, you'd have like a really bad week, and then Craig Crude, the guitar player in the Fabulous Hedgehogs, would go, hey, I got a cool riff, check this out. And you'd be like, whoa! And then you'd go, along with him while he'd go, bam, 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 boom, bam, boom. You'd go, bam, 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 bam. And the drummer, Tommy Hogg, would go, bam, 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 bam. And next thing you know, you'd have written a classic. You know what I'm saying. Long story longer. That's Rolling One Rocker. I mean, come on. This is what we do here. We tell long stories. I don't know if you guys heard, I'm a world-class talker. Oh!
I was over there, now I'm over here. That's a professional.
But no, Charlie Watts, right? So what are they gonna do? They're not gonna be able to do stuff now. Chris Thomas! Does Craig still play? I don't know. I'm sure he does. Actually, it's funny, for a while, Craig, the guitar player, me and him kind of started the band together. And Tommy Hogg, the great, on the drums, they started a band without me, where Craig played drums and Tom played guitar. It was pretty incredible, actually. I produced their first demo. I recorded it and produced. It was probably my first real production credit. I had just purchased an ADAT, which is the VCR multi-tape machine. It was the first digital multi-track consumer machine you could get, and then I got to use one for super cheap. I got a little 8-channel mixer. That's all I had, and I recorded and mixed that sumbitch. And man, it came out good. I thought it did. And yeah, I miss those guys. Man, I miss those guys a lot. Maybe one of these days. Radio 1Guy. Maybe we'll Chad Channing before Dave Grohl. Yeah, maybe he was Chad Channing before. Yeah, no, Chad played on Bleach, and he's good. You know what I'm saying? He was good. That made Nirvana great. But Dave Grohl was amazing, and that made Nirvana classic. And of course, the old heads will say, I was into them when the Bleach came out. It was way more raw. It was way more cool. And you'd be right. Way more raw, way more cool. But, you know, not that much more raw and cool. Hey. I type fast. Sorry. Don't apologize. You should see me. You should see me and my fat klutzy thumbs over here. Every time I write for, it always says fur. Every time. And then what's the other one that I always mistype? I can't remember. One of These Days is my favorite Pink Floyd song. You know what? Me too. Absolutely. when I was a little kid, me and Rusty Keller, his older brother. Oh, did we lose the Twitchers? Either nobody's watching on Twitch, but we lost him. You know what? I'm gonna push option 5, which automatically launches my aggregation bot device for, what did it do it? Is it gonna do it? Come on. For the chat bot from Twitch to YouTube to Facebook to everywhere. Let's see. Actually, let's look over at Facebook just to see. What? Oh boy, that's no good. All right, hold on. It's not working. Why is it not working? All right, let's see something. Okay, no, that works. So, option 5, right? That's the one. Wait, option 3, option 4. I can't push option 4 because option... no. Option 2 is main stage. Option 3, Resolume. Option 4 is Magic. Option 5 is OBS. Option 6, sorry, option 6. Here we go. Let's see what happens. Hold on to your hats. Hold on. Okay, there it goes. Ah, there. See, there's Rabbit on Twitch. I'm pressing. I keep mispressing keyboard. I know. Okay, there's the BJP. Okay, see, we did it. All right, sorry guys. Thanks for telling me. When that happens, I can fix it just by pushing option 6. All right, good. All right, well, let me go over to Facebook and see how we're doing over here. I'm sorry if I'm boring you guys. Sorry to bug you. Didn't mean to bug you. That one guy learned some from quality observations. Cheers. I heard. Oh, look over on Facebook. We got some witty banter. I heard that one guy was gonna get a new bass player with 3 hats. Oh, that would be a blow to my ego. Imagine a new bass player, younger and more charismatic, with 3 hats and more chops. Oh, that would hurt. Radio 1Guy. Yeah, that would hurt. That would hurt, but whatevs. It happens. It happens. And it will happen. Oh! You gotta be kidding me. All right. Order that camera. The second that the broadcast is over, I'm gonna order me a new Logitech. It's a cheap one, but it's this one right here. I can't lose. It keeps on cutting out, and when it cuts out, I lose MIDI. I lose the MIDI. Stop it. You know. That's the one. Ziggy diggy 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 diggy. Order that camera. Good drummer classic. Great drummer stellar. Try that again. Nah, I'm trying to syncopate it. Don't do it. Don't do it. 1, 2, 3, 4. There it is. Shaggy Bane! I would consider it.
More awareness.
Seriously consider it. Thank you.
Wakefulness. More wakefulness. Read the size awareness. Read the size. Read source of thought, and it's also at the source of all knowledge. You have a golf ball-sized consciousness. When you read a book, you'll have a golf ball-sized understanding. When you look out, a golf ball-sized awareness. And when you wake up in the morning, a golf ball-sized wakefulness. But if you could expand that consciousness, then you read the book, more understanding. You look out, more awareness. And when you wake up, more wakefulness. Real size awareness, and its source, and its source, and its source, and it's right at the source. More understanding. You look out, more awareness. Real size awareness. Real size awareness. And when you wake up in the morning, a golf.
I personally believe that U.S. Americans are unable to do so because some people out there in our nation don't have maps and I believe I believe that our education, like such as South Africa and Iraq, everywhere like such as, and I believe that they.
Oh shoot! I didn't mean to do that. I was enjoying that.
Do it! Do it! Do it! Do it! Just do it! Don't let your dreams be dreams. Yesterday, you said tomorrow. So just do it! Make your dreams come true! Just do it! Do it! Just
Shoot. I can fix that.
Yes, do it! Just make your dreams! Do it! 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 And work hard at it. Nothing is impossible. Do it! Just do it! When anything else goes, you're not gonna stop there. No, what are you waiting for? So just do it! Make your dreams come true! Just do it! Yes, do it! Just do it! Do it! Do it! Make your dreams come true!
Ah, yeah. Oh my God. Radio one guy. Radio froze guy. All right. I know I'm not going to remember this. Let me make a few notes. I can't forget. So absolutely order other cameras. See, this thing keeps breaking on me. Order cams. Remap. Just hand triggers. Free the feet! Exclamation point. Free the feet, y'all. Free the feet. I mean, am I right? Dave, flip! Can you map Hitchcock? I mean, maybe. Radio1Guy.
Television and the prospect of getting out of the house. Some parks eventually get to sit apart, but on the other hand, dinner,
I can do that.
and they sit in the movie. Really,
I mapped them, look.
The husband comes home, is the closest suit business.
Sometimes this plugin is on sale for Black Friday. Sometimes this plugin is on sale for Black Friday.
It reminds me of those pictures which I
Upwards compression, anyone? I only recently realized, or only recently learned what it actually does. How come they only started talking about this stuff? How come this year on TikTok they only started talking about upwards compression and mid-side EQ? I'm not interested in either of it, but I love me the Blue Soup Inflator by Sonux. But don't spend the money unless it's on sale, please. Just not worth it. Just not worth it.
You know, many years ago, I had very successful. Well, but on the other hand, as you know, things got changed in the really future is the cloak and suit business, I gather, because women will want to go out with a new dress, confronting his wife. It reminds me of those at the sink, which I, many years ago, past sink, and the floor. Take off from about 300, put a nice dress on, we'll get it when
Inside immortal, immutable ocean of pure consciousness. And it's right at the source and base of money in the bank. Right at the source of thought. Meditate regularly. It's also at the source of all matter. And then the second thing I do is drink coffee. If you have a golf ball-sized consciousness, when you read a book, you'll have a golf ball-sized understanding. When you look out, a golf ball size awareness. And when you wake up in the morning, a golf ball size wakefulness. Transcending is the key. But if you could expand that better and better life, and this idea is catching on more and more in the world. You look out, the receptivity to transcendental meditation and when you wake up by leaps and bounds. It's built for the human being. And there's an ocean of pure experiences, infinite, immortal, immutable ocean of pure consciousness. And it's right at the source and base of money in the bank. Right at the source of thought. Meditate regularly. It's also at the source of all matter. And then the second thing I do is drink coffee.
Bringing the gnar from the vague.
Radio. One guy.
Hey, that one guy, what you got there?
Lots of stories about drummers. Oh my God. I mean, did you really listen to that dude like talk about drummers for an hour? He's like a bass player or something with two hats. I mean, for real. Radio One Guy. Yes, we did. And we'll do it again. And we do it again. And we do it again. Supporting me, I appreciate it from the bottom of my hearts. We'll see you guys Saturday, 5 p.m. Pacific. Specifically, don't be late. Be on time. Radio One Guy. It won't cost you a dime. Ow.
Muller. You took my name, cover your